What if I told you the one thing you are always searching for is actually the reason you keep failing? I'm talking about motivation. That electric feeling when you start something new. The rush of a big idea, you feel unstoppable. You tell yourself, this time is different. But then a week passes, the work gets boring, the excitement fades. That powerful motivation disappears, and you're left with another half-finished project and the quiet feeling that you failed again. Here's the truth. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just using the wrong fuel. In the next few minutes, I want to tell you a simple story about a young watchmaker and an impossible clock. Inside this story is a power far more reliable than motivation, a quiet force that doesn't fade. The only thing that guarantees you finish what you start. Leo was a watchmaker. He inherited a small, dusty shop from his father, a man once known as one of the finest watchmakers in the country. The shop was filled with tiny tools, magnifying glasses, and the steady ticking of clocks. Leo was talented. He understood gears, springs, and precision, but he was impatient. He hated the simple work, cleaning an old woman's watch, replacing batteries, fixing small problems. He believed that kind of work was beneath him, in his mind. Leo was an inventor. His sketchbook was filled with grand ideas, clocks with spinning planets, moving figures that danced on the hour. These ideas excited him. He'd work on them for hours, fueled by inspiration. But the moment he hit a difficult problem, his excitement vanished. He would get frustrated, push the project aside, and wait for the next exciting idea. Because of this, his shop began to fail. Dust gathered on the counters, loyal customers stopped coming, the silence grew louder than the ticking. One morning, a wealthy old man entered the shop. He placed a silent grandfather clock on the counter. Dark polished wood, engraved brass, a masterpiece. "My father left this to me," the man said. "It hasn't worked in 50 years. I've taken it to many watchmakers. They all said it was beyond repair. They said your father was the only one who could fix it." He looked at Leo carefully. "They say you have his talent. I'll pay you enough to save this shop if you can make it work again." A surge of excitement rushed through Leo. This wasn't boring work. This was legendary. A chance to prove himself. "I'll do it," Leo said. For the first few days, he was completely consumed by the clock. Taking it apart piece by piece felt thrilling. Then the real work began. The clock had over 1,000 parts. Every single one needed to be cleaned, checked, and measured. It was slow. It was tedious. It was boring. After a week, Leo's motivation was gone. He stared at the tiny pieces and felt only frustration. His mind drifted back to his exciting new ideas. "This is a waste of time," he thought. One afternoon, angry and distracted, he knocked a tray of tiny screws onto the floor. As he knelt to pick them up, a wave of despair hit him. He decided he would quit. That night, unable to sleep, he began clearing out his father's old desk. In a hidden drawer, he found several small, leather-bound journals. They were his father's work logs. Leo expected to read about genius and inspiration. Instead, the pages were simple. Tuesday, cleaned Mrs. Gable's pocket watch. Took 3 hours. Third gear worn. Thursday, a young boy brought in his father's watch. Fixed it for free. It meant everything to him. Wednesday, worked all day on the town hall clock. Still not right. Will try again tomorrow. Page after page, the same thing. Honest work? Slow work? Boring work? At the end of the journal, his father had written one short paragraph. "A man who works only when inspired will have many beginnings and no endings. A great clock does not tick because it feels inspired. It ticks because it follows its rule, second after second. A craftsman must do the same. You do not show up because you feel good. You show up, and in doing the work, you might begin to feel good. The words at Leonhard. His father wasn't great because he was always inspired. He was great because he always showed up. The next morning, Leo made a rule. 4 hours every morning, no excitement required, no inspiration needed, just work. The first days were brutal. His mind began to stop. One morning, he spent all 4 hours on a single stubborn part and made almost no progress. But he didn't quit. Slowly, something changed. He began to feel a quiet pride, not in big ideas, but in good work. He noticed the beauty in small details. He wasn't just fixing a clock anymore. He was becoming a craftsman. After 3 weeks, he found it. One tiny bent gear tooth, almost invisible. The kind of flaw only patience could reveal. He fixed it. Then he carefully put the clock back together. He hung the pendulum, gave it a gentle push, silence. Then the ticking began. Steady, perfect. The sound was not just a clock working again. It was discipline. It was a promise kept. When the old man returned, he stood listening with his eyes closed. "I haven't heard this sound since I was a boy," he said. Leo understood then. The work was never about genius. It was about service, about showing up, about doing the quiet work that keeps the world moving. So, what's the lesson? Motivation is the spark. Discipline is the engine. Learn to love the process, not just the result. The real reward isn't finishing the project. The real reward is becoming the kind of person who can finish. And when you don't feel like it, show up anyway. Clean one gear. Write one sentence. Take one step. That's how great things are built. Not by lightning, but by steady, quiet effort, day after day. If this message hit you, don't ignore it. Someone you care about is stuck right now, starting and quitting, blaming themselves, thinking they are the problem. Share this video with them. It might be exactly what they need to hear. And if you want more stories and lessons like this, ones that actually help you build discipline, focus, and consistency, then subscribe to this channel right now. New videos every week. No hype, no shortcuts, just real lessons that help you finish what you start. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Show up here the same way you need to show up in your life. Thanks for watching.